Dear student, in unit 3 our topics are Pythagorean triples, Fermat conjecture and Fermat last theorem. First of all, we discuss on the Pythagorean triples. As in the previous classes, we have learnt about the Pythagoras theorem, which is applied for in the right angle triangle, in which we know that hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. I related this theorem with the Pythagorean triples. A Pythagorean triple is a set of three integers x, y, z such that x square plus y square is equal to z square. The triple is said to be primitive if GCD of x, y, z equal to 1. Let's take the example 3, 4 and 5. We know that 5 square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square, and similarly we take 5, 12 and 13 are also the Pythagorean triples. If x, y, z is a Pythagorean triples and D is equal to GCD of x, y, z, then x1 equal to dx, y1 equal to dy and z1 equal to dz is also a Pythagorean triples, and it is primitive Pythagorean triples. Now let's go in lemma first. If xyz is primitive Pythagorean triple, then prove that one of x or y is even and the other is odd. Proof of this lemma is that suppose x and y both are even. Since both are even, then both are divisible by 2, and so x square plus y square is also divisible by 2. As we know by the definition of the Pythagorean triples, x square plus y square is equal to z square, so z square is also divisible by 4 and implies that z is divisible by 2. That is not possible because by definition of the Pythagorean triples we know that GCD of x, y, z equal to 1. Similarly, if we take x and y are both of odd, then x square is congruent to 1 mod 4 implies that it means if we divide x square by 4, then we get the remainder 1, and similarly if we divide y square with 4, we get the remainder 1. So y square is congruent to 1 mod 4. So x square plus y square is congruent to 2 mod 4, and x square plus y square is z square. So z square is congruent to 2 mod 4. This is impossible because square of any integer is either congruent to 0 or 1 modulo 4. Hence either x or y is even and the other is odd. Now we go on lemma 2. If AB is equal to C square and GCD of A and B is equal to 1, then prove that A and B are also square. For proof of this lemma, let A is greater than 1, B greater than 1 and A is equal to P1 की power R1, P2 की power R2 up to PL की power RL and B equal to Q1 की power S1, Q2 की power S2 up to Qk की power Sk be the primitive factorization of A and B. Be the prime factorization of A and B. Since GCD of A and B equal to 1, so all Pi and Qj are distinct primes and integers Ri and Sj are greater than equal to 1. Now AB equal to P1 की power R1, P2 की power R2 up to PL की power RL, Q1 की power S1, Q2 की power S2 up to Qk की power Sk is equal to C square Ej square. Therefore each Ri and Sj must be even integer. This shows that A and B both are squares. Now we go on theorem third. Prove that all solution of Pythagorean equation x square plus y square equal to z square satisfying the condition GCD of x y z equal to 1, x is divisible by 2, x is greater than 0, y greater than 0, z greater than 0 are given by x is equal to 2rs, y equal to r square minus s square, z equal to r square plus s square for integers r greater than s greater than 0 such that GCD of r and s equal to 1 and r is congruent to s mod 2. For proving this theorem, let x, y, z be primitive Pythagorean triples, then one of x and y is even and the other is odd. Let x be even and then y and z both are odd. Implies that z minus y and z plus y both are even. It means z minus y and z plus y both are divisible by 2 are integers. Now x square plus y square is equal to z square. It means x square is equal to z square minus y square. If we divide both the sides by 4, we get x square by 4 divided by 4 is equal to z minus y, z plus y divisible by 4, and it means implies that x upon 2 का whole square equal to x z minus y upon 2 z plus y upon 2. If z minus y upon 2 and z plus y upon 2 का GCD equal to GCD of z minus y upon 2 and z plus y upon 2 equal to d, then z minus y upon 2 is divisible by d and z plus y upon 2 is divisible by d. Implies that z minus y upon 2 plus z plus y upon 2 divisible by d, z plus y upon 2 minus z minus y upon 2 divisible by d. Implies that z is divisible by d, y is divisible by d. But GCD of x by z equal to 1 implies that GCD of y and z is also 1 and therefore d is equal to 1. Then by lemma 2 we know that if AB is equal to C square and GCD of A and B equal to 1, then A and B are also square. Implies that z plus y upon 2 and z minus y upon 2 are perfect square. Let z plus y upon 2 is equal to r square, z minus y upon 2 is equal to s square for some positive integers r and s. Obviously r GCD of r and s equal to 1, r greater than s greater than 0 and x is equal to 2rs, y is equal to r square minus s square, z is equal to r square plus s square. Since z is odd, one of r and s is even and other is odd. Conversely, let r and s be any two integers satisfying the condition, then x square plus y square. Put the values of x square and y square in this, we get x square plus y square equal to 2rs का होल स्क्वायर माइनस प्लस r square minus s square का होल स्क्वायर and equal to 4r square s square plus r4 plus s4 minus 2r square s square equal to r4 plus s4 plus 2r square s square equal to r square plus s square का whole square equal to z square. If x GCD of x y z equal to d, then x y z is divisible by d. Implies that 2rs r square minus s square, r square plus s square divisible by d. Implies that r square minus s square plus r square plus s square divisible by d. Implies that 2r square divisible by d and similarly 2s square and also divisible by d. Thus 2r square, 2rs and 2s square is divisible by d. If p is the prime divisor of d, then 2r square, 2rs, 2s square is divisible by d. P2 is divisible by p, or r square divisible by p, or and s square divisible by p. Implies that 2 is divisible by p, r is divisible by p, s is divisible by p. Now p is not equal to 2 because y or z are odd. If r is divisible by p and s divisible by p, then it is contradiction because GCD of r and s is equal to 1. Thus we have d equal to 1. Therefore x is equal to 2rs, y is equal to r square minus s square and z is equal to r square plus s square is a primitive solution of 1. Put therefore let's we go on example 1. Find all Pythagorean triples where terms are in AP. Let x minus d, x plus d be are Pythagorean triples which are in AP. Then we know that z square is equal to x square plus y square. So x plus d whole square is equal to x square plus x minus d whole square. X square plus 2xd plus d square is equal to x square plus x square minus 2xd plus d square, or x square minus 4xd equal to 0, or x minus 4d equal to 0. This gives x equal to 4d. Therefore required triples is 3d, 4d, 5d, where d equal to 1 to infinity. Next example we go. So that the radius of the inscribed circle of Pythagorean triangle is always an integer. We draw the picture as given in the example and we get the solution. Solution is that we know that the Pythagorean triple is a right angle triangle whose sides are of integral length. Let x, y, z be the length of Pythagorean triangles such that x square plus y square is equal to z square. Let r be the length of the radius of the circle. Then the area of the triangle ABC is equal to area of triangle ABO plus area of triangle BOC plus area of triangle AOC, or half of the xy equal to half xr plus half yr plus half zr. We get xy equal to rx plus y plus z. Now the positive integral solution of the equation x square plus y square equal to z square given by x equal to 2ubt, y equal to u square minus v square t, z equal to u square plus v square t. For appropriate choice of positive integers u, v and t, put the values of x, y, z in first equation, which we have xy equal to rx plus y plus z. We get the r equal to bt u minus v. This is an integer. Similarly, we take another examples which are given in the notes of the number theory, and we can solve this. Our last topic is the Fermat-Lars theorem. Our Fermat-Lars theorem is that prove that the Diophantine equation xn plus yn equal to zn has no integral solution for n is greater than 2 other than the trivial solution in which x or y is 0. This theorem is not just be proved, it is proved for only n equal to 4, and in next unit we prove this theorem for n equal to 2 and n equal to 4. Hence our topic has completed and our unit has also be completed. Thank you.